Hello, my name is Joe Harris, and I work for HP and IOL, Human Performance and Innovation and Organizational Learning. And I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about the meta review and how that all got started. Um, so, our office here at HP and IOL deals with all the serious accidents that U.S. Forest Service has jurisdiction over. And in 2015, we had an especially busy year. We started the year off with a prescribed fire incident where we were doing some aerial ignition and a helicopter crashed, taking the lives of two people and seriously injuring another person. A little later on in the fire season, we had the frog fire on the Modoc National Forest. And there we had an emerging Type 3 incident where an incident commander Type 3 trainee was out gathering intelligence and scouting line and trying to develop some good leader's intent, so as his resources showed up, he would be able to communicate a plan of action. And in the middle of scouting that line, he experienced an extreme fire behavior event that he could not escape, and it ended up taking his life. Then just a couple weeks later, we had the Twist River fatality where we had another Type 3 incident, and people were up doing some structure protection on a small subdivision, and they experienced a wind event and resulting in extreme fire behavior. And that event ended up taking the lives of three people and seriously injuring another. And there were a number of other minor injuries as well. And then just a little bit after that, we had the Sierra tree strike fatality, where there was a crew of firefighters digging line under a previously identified hazard tree, and that hazard tree fell over just as they were underneath it, and it took the life of one of our firefighters. So in the midst of dealing with all of these fatality events at once, as we were writing up the Twist River review, we noticed that, the Type 3 fires, emerging Type 3 fires at the very beginning, seemed to be especially hazardous. And we also took a look at the tree strikes, and we've had a number of tree strikes, and we wondered, if we put all these events together and look at them cross-sectionally, if there would be some more lessons that emerged out of that study, that we would be able to implement some new lessons learned that we wouldn't have access to studying each of these events in isolation. And so in the Twist River review, we put it in there as a recommendation to do a broad-scale review of multiple fatality accidents. And what you're witnessing now is the first iteration of that, which we hope it turns into an ongoing process where we continually take a look cross-sectionally at serious events that happen within the Forest Service over time, that we might be able to glean some more lessons, and some lessons that we wouldn't have access to if we just looked at each isolated incident. And so here we are with our first installment of the meta review, and we hope to have our first learning product out for broad consumption within a short time.